Looking to throw. Trubisky on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Time running out here on the play clock. Trubisky will throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd down and 4. Here's Beathard to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bears will get the football back. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. That's to the rookie tight end, Adam Shaheen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Kendall Wright, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bears have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense make. And now the rookie's free. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And he'll bang that one through. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Room here to run. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Runs over him and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. 5 yards there, and remember Howard last year 5.2 yards per rush, so right around his average. The only Bears running back that's averaged that many yards per carry in a single season, Walter Payton.
If Jordan Howard can keep up that type of pace, the city of Chicago will surely embrace him.
Howard has the first down and then some. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 96 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
Well, partner, anytime you see a big-time kickoff return, especially one that ends up in the end zone for a touchdown, that's probably the most exciting 10 seconds in the great game of football.
I think it was our friend Ed Brady that told us that one day. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. This is Howard on second down, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And now running right through it. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. The 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are in for 6. Santos now to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Beathard. Buying time to his left. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man. Complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And now here's a carry heading left. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. They'll throw here. Beathard. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. On the counter, here's Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kerwin Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And the lead is up to 5. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
I love how he just charged off the line of scrimmage as fast as he could, gave a head fake or two, and headed toward the post in the middle of the field. How about the delivery of the football? A big play as a result.
First down, they run with Howard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Set. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. There we go now. Left green, 39. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now Trubisky. Out left to Shaheen. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Adam Shaheen with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are in for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
And now here's a carry heading left. And just shutting him off there. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Another nice run there by Jordan Howard. And when we talk about fresh legs, how about 2016? Jordan Howard, the #2 rookie rusher. Heck, the #2 rusher in the NFL behind another rookie, Ezekiel Elliott.
In the first 3 weeks of the season, he only had 12 carries. So once week 4 hit, really found his groove. First down, Trubisky. And the Niners get there and bring him down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Again, it's Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Trubisky.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try again with Howard. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now here's a carry heading left. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Williams running left. There he goes left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kerwin Williams, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Back to throw Beathard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd down following the run. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Second and 10, it's Trubisky again. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Again, it's Trubisky. Got a man, it's right. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back now at Soldier Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go! Green!
Here's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal here from the 9.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And the wideout in motion. They go counter with Howard. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now, check. Patriots. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here we go now. Detroit.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got some space here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there, 15 yards.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line is going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And some space here. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now they try the right side here. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So 2nd and 10 here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Back down, Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Philly, 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to find Garçon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Pierre Garçon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he knocks it through. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They go play action with Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And right with it here over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, so much for the clock. Get in position to win the game and leave no time for them to come back and catch them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Now a handoff working right. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Now a handoff as they run left side. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got room. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. 2nd and goal from the 5. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kerwin Williams, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Now Gold for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Gold now out to kick it away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys eyes were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Dexter McCoyle. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Shift together here from the D-line. And now here's a carry heading left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now they try the right side here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. And remember here, no timeouts.